This week's rental is the BMW X2 subcompact SUV. This is the identical to the BMW X1 SUV, subcompact. Really, only difference is it's a slightly curved back end, but still sitting on 19-inch rims, has slightly more sporty styling, but definitely this curved sportback is the only difference. Still has everything else is pretty much identical. Has a decent amount of storage space. If we go into the back seat, is slightly cramped back here, especially for tall folks. 6-foot driver and passenger in the back. It's going to be a very snug fit. The X1 is supposed to be the smallest of the SUV BMW lineup, but if you want to count the X2 being that has a slope back, it's going to have a smaller or lower headrest and slightly smaller backroom space, so it would qualify as BMW's smallest SUV. But it has all the basic luxury amenities that you could have. Nice leather interior. This can seat 3 adults in the back, being that it's very tight, but not so cramped. So let's see what's going on in the front cabin. So a very nice, luxurious front cabin of the X2. You're meted with 2 12-inch screens, all digital display. Up at the top, you do have a sweeping moonroof, and not much else. You have push button dome lighting. Moving on down, you have your infotainment screen, your AC vent. This is one thing that I would prefer. It's a very minimalistic design, so that I wish that some of the hardware AC button controls, or just useful controls that you would access often, would be displayed, but it's so minimalistic, you have to just control it from the infotainment screen, which is kind of a hassle, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. What's nice is you also have a wireless charger right here, 2 cup holders, 2 USB-C. You have a floating island type armrest where you have plenty of storage space down there, and you have a very small limited center console space. Again, minimalistic, plays into the gear controls. It's just levers, and maybe minimalistic, but it's very functional. You could change some of the car modes here, and then your volume rocker there. Over here is where you have your all digital infotainment system. Really nice steering wheel grip Some real nice soft leather, typical BMW style. You have your adaptive cruise control settings on the left, and then your Bluetooth controls on the right. Blinker controls on the left steering column, and wiper controls on the right. Over on the side, you have air vents and your lighting controls, power, windows door locks, and then the memory control. It can memorize 2 seating positions. And then your windows adjustments over here. Overall, it's in the front is not as cramped as in the back seats, so it's very nice and comfortable. Seats are leathered, and it is heated leather seats. A very nice soft leather, very nice and leathered upholstery on the sides. Very premium feel to it, even though it is the entry-level subcompact SUV. So let's take this BMW X2 on the road and see how it drives. So I'm very pleased with the X2. I've driven the X1 rented the X1 a few times before and was very happy with it. So the X2, I had no doubt that it would be any different. But this time around, I'm taking the X2 on a very long road trip, work road trip, about probably hitting 1,000 miles round trip. So being on the road a little bit more, I have a little bit different perspective on how this is on as a long distance vehicle, which is, I will admit, it is very, very nice. First off, the engine is adequate. It's a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, pushing around 255 horsepower and roughly 280 something pound of torque. So there's really no issues that I've encountered on the road so far that may cause it to lack in the power department. The steering is vintage BMW. It has a very responsive feedback to the steering. It can be very light as well. It doesn't take much, and it does well in the corners for an SUV. It is a bit higher up, so there is a little bit of a roll, and it's not as good as the sedans, but for an SUV, the steering is quite nice. The ride quality, suspension is pretty soft. It is a good balance of comfort level. Add that to the very nice and comfortable leather seats, and you could do hours of drive seat time in this vehicle, no problem whatsoever. Braking is just as good too. I really have no issues in the braking department as well. Mileage is pretty darn good. About a 14 gallon will give you 520 something miles. So basically a full tank of gas will net you 500 miles, and it is pretty accurate on the open highway. You may get a little bit less mileage on the driving in the city, but out in the highway, that mileage number is pretty accurate. Overall, I really like this as a rental car and as a long distance driver, especially if you're going solo or with two people. It is fine. If you're going with a group, you may want to opt for the X1, which has the bigger back end and higher and taller headroom space. If you need something bigger, probably the X3 would be your go-to. It checks all the boxes of a luxury SUV. It truly is a great all-round vehicle, and I actually prefer the smaller size of the subcompact SUV. It's easy to maneuver. You don't have to worry about driving in the city and tight spaces. It could easily weave in and out. It's not as low as a sedan, so it has the height of an SUV. It has all of the safety features that you need out on the open road with the adaptive cruise controls and things like that. So just an overall great vehicle. I give it a A, and if you have anything to say about it, just leave some comments at the end, at the bottom. Let me know what you think about these BMW subcompact SUV, the X2, the X1. I'll probably come out with a X1 video the next time I get a chance to rent it, but very good quality vehicle. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.